welcome back for our second season of Building a Generation, where we highlight all the amazing things our students, teachers, school leaders, and communities are doing in Baltimore City Public Schools. I'm Jamara.
And I'm Bassin Sall from the City School Student Media Team. Thanks for joining us on our mission in building a generation.
This is our first episode of the new season, so stick around as we take a closer look at the Net Zero Schools and City School Job Fair.
It's incredible to see what the future will look like for our scholars as we emerge into the school year. And we'll check out the Summer Arts Learning Academy.
Wow, the media team never stops. In this past summer, we saw some amazing performances at the Summer Artscape. We checked out a cool tour at the Coastal Sunbelt, and city school students were having fun experimenting with school lunch.
Plus, don't forget about the question of the show, so pay attention.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
You're always hungry. Stay focused.
All right, let's get to our first story. It covers a new program designed to help, find, nurture, and develop talented students across Baltimore City Public Schools.
It's actually the first of its kind in the world, and this past summer saw even more students participating.
So let's step inside of Commodore John Rogers to see the Baltimore Emerging Scholar Summer Program up close.
Hello, this is Jacqueline Hammond, and we'll take a look at a new program designed to help find, nurture, and develop talented students across city schools. It's actually the first of its kind in the world. So let's step inside Commodore John Rogers and take a look at the Baltimore Emerging Scholars Summer Program up close.
Yeah, I look at this as a game changer. One, it creates opportunity, and also it creates exposure for these kids.
City schools and Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth work together on a lot of programs, including this one. CTY gives students access to a program that could help them to be formally identified as gifted or advanced.
We have tons and tons of students who are incredibly high potential, incredibly bright and intelligent, but haven't had the opportunities to display that in the typical school setting.
This summer, 180 students from across the city are taking part in the Baltimore Emerging Scholars Program. Students are learning complex skills and how to find the meaning of different concepts on their own.
Turning up all of the paper to make a rainbow recycling paper.
Kids were able to read the Lorax yesterday and learn about conservation and efforts and how kind of being wasteful really hurts our planet. And then today we were able to use scraps of paper to make new and hopefully beautiful rainbow paper for them to use throughout the week.
We're making rulers and we're going up with partners and we're measuring things in the classroom so we can know what measurement and data is, and we're using inches, feet, centimeters, all that stuff.
So we give students the agency to create that meaning on their own, whether that's, okay, I want my ruler to have 5 subsections. One's gonna have 5 inches, one's gonna have 15, and one's gonna have 3. It allows them to understand the concept and that goes behind measurement of how do we use tools, how do we use different measurement units to actually use in different scenarios.
You're pouring milk into a pie plate and then you put some dish soap and food coloring, and the food coloring explodes.
What they were really learning about was chemistry. So the students have spent the last few weeks learning about different acids, bases, the periodic table, and now they're putting that into action with an experiment that shows them how acid mixed with bases can result in a chemical reaction.
Another great thing about emerging scholars is the diversity of the students and how they feel welcomed and cared for.
When we talk about equal opportunities, that's what we are talking about with this program, and that's something that I can see. We can see diverse children coming from different backgrounds, different social status.
This is a safe space for kids to have fun, to learn, and to build friendships that hopefully are going to stick with them and that they're going to continue to build upon year after year. They're going to want to keep pursuing those opportunities where they're available to them.
With an increased desire to learn, students will be better prepared, more engaged, and able to access more rigorous content that may lead to them being identified as gifted or advanced in the future.
It's been really amazing to see how happy kids and adults are to be here at this program. This is hands-on, engaging, rigorous science curricula.
They'll be able to take things that they learned this summer and relate that to things that they're going to be doing during the school year.
They teach you cool stuff and it's awesome. They help students become smarter by teaching them some things that they don't really know so they can grow up by knowing it in a test.
The Baltimore Emerging Scholars Summer Program will be covered for the next 3 years, and for every year the program is running, they'll add a new grade level. They plan to fund the program themselves in the future to ensure that it becomes institutionalized in Baltimore City. Well, this has been Jacqueline Hammond for the State School Student Media Team. See you next time.
You know, it's great to see programs that help nurture and develop talented students across city schools.
It's also essential that we continue to find new staff that are ready to lead and participate in student wholeness and literacy.
Which is why we have segments like this to showcase it.
So that whole building a generation thing, here it is in action.
And our media teammate, or should I say alumni, Jackie Hammett, was there.
Take it away, Jackie.
Hey guys, this is Jacqueline Hammond, and I'm here at the Baltimore State Public Schools Recruitment Party. And we're here to learn about resources offered to communities across Baltimore City schools, as well as how to get enrolled in training that could help you become a part of building Baltimore's future, as well as shaping the lives of students across city schools.
We do have some food trucks outside the parking lot, so I suggest that
this block party allows us not only network, but provides a relaxing environment. We know that there can be a lot of tension when it comes to interviewing, so we want to be able to provide an environment where applicants can come in, meet and greet our staff, and also apply for the many high-need positions that we have in the district.
Everybody was ready to just, even if you came here with nothing, a resume, they were ready to pretty much build your resume here. So good to see everybody willing and pushing and driving for education in Baltimore City.
A variety of applicants showed up to today's event, from current city schools employees looking for a change to people looking for a place where their skills are needed.
For a Head Start years ago, then I became assistant teacher for another school. It was a daycare years ago, and I've been dealing with early childhood development, for probably 12 years.
I've been teaching in Baltimore City for almost 15 years. And I'm here today to find a new school, a new opportunity where I can, integrate and help impact the future of the youth that I encounter.
What really makes this job fair different than anything city schools has done in the past is you won't just find teaching positions here, but we have transportation, facilities, and even the Great Kids Farm is here to reach out to people and talk about what they do best.
We allow younger students from like second grade and things like that to come and harvest, and they learn how to cook. They make things. They learn about animals. So we allow other schools to come to our farm, and kids learn things about the farm as well. Well, I think anyone who wants to work hard, who really wants to get out there in nature, and while even if you might want to get out your comfort zone like I did when I started working here last year, I think you might be interested in it.
I think a lot of people think that you have to speak Spanish and a lot of different languages, but the truth of the matter is that we teach in English, and our students speak over 60 languages and come from over, I think, 70 countries or 80 countries, so it would be impossible for an ESOL teacher to know 65 languages. So really, we look for people who have a great command of the English language and know how to explain that to students.
Generally what we're looking for when we're looking for a CT teacher is someone who has field experience, someone who has at least 3 years of industry experience, and then we work with them to help them get their teaching credentials.
There are a wide range of jobs offered all across Baltimore City Public Schools, many of which provide comprehensive health insurance.
As a Baltimore City Public School employee, we offer you medical, dental, vision, prescription, life insurance, flexible spending accounts, and a wider range of other benefits that are available. All of our full-time employees receive the same benefits, as well as some part-time employees. As long as you work at least 20 hours a week, you are eligible for benefits with us.
Thank you for joining me at the Baltimore City Public Schools Recruitment Fair. If you would like more information on the future in Baltimore City Public Schools, you may call 443-984-2000, or you can send an email to joincityschools@bcps.k12.md.us. This has been Jacqueline Hammond, City Schools Student Media Team. See you next time.
That was truly inspiring.
Yeah, it was. Baltimore City Public Schools has a wide range of job opportunities, and this job fair was a complete success. Good for them.
Definitely. Good luck to all our potential staff members. Seeing so many opportunities open up for our district is like music to my ears.
Oh, really? Well, that takes me to our next story, where a music band from Poly rocks the stage at Artscape. The crowd was loving.
I think I need to see it. Roll it!
It's always good if a band can make the audience excited, Like being in band, you should be able to make the crowd feel whatever emotion that you want them to. If we play a sad song, the crowd should feel that emotion that we're giving them.
We're learning like the basic techniques and the routine, what we're gonna do as for the show part, but it's also like helping us with our nerves and like getting ready mentally. So I like to perform to please the crowd and to show off, hey, I can do this.
The band is hype and the crowd get hype and they start yelling and cheering and stuff, and I really like that, and it makes me happy.
Teamwork is a huge role within this band, especially within officers and leaders in this band, especially student leaders. We all have to be able to work together to ensure that the band can do what we have to do.
I want us to learn how to bond more. I want us to become closer than we are already. This year I'm band president, so I oversee the scheduling of certain events and making sure everything's in order behind the scenes.
Always practice how you perform or how you intend to perform. You know, like if the band is practicing and we're all just goofing around or just not being as serious as we should be, then that'll impact the way how we perform.
No matter what it is, you have to try hard. You know, marching band isn't the easiest thing to do. It's not for everybody, but if you put your mind to something, you can do whatever you want.
It was kind of like nerve-wracking, like I was scared, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's an adrenaline rush, you know. I've performed in front of crowds before, but conducting in front of at Artscape, that's a big deal. Okay, now that was pretty sweet. I think I might need to consider joining the band at my school.
Do you even know how to play any instruments?
No, but I can learn. I can do anything I put my mind to.
You are absolutely right. Let me know when you join so I can come support. Now we have to take a quick break, but
be sure to stick around because when we get back, Bryce will be giving us a tour at the Coastal Sunbelt.
All right, here on Building a Generation.
I am a Baltimore City public school student.
I'm Lara Goma, Baltimore City Public School.
maa ngi dëkk ci Baltimore City bi.
Salut, je suis une élève de Baltimore City Public School.
Soy un estudiante de Baltimore City Public Schools. أنا طالب في مدارس بالتيمور الحكومية.
We are Baltimore
City Public School students.
And we celebrate diversity
every day.
Welcome back to Building a Generation, our show for bringing together the best of what's happening across Baltimore City Public Schools.
And we mean it, but you get to see it loud and clear with this next story.
Bryce is back on the scene at the Coastal Sunbelt where students are taking a tour to see where exactly our school lunch comes from.
Let's get to it.
Hey, I'm Bryce Taylor, and today I'm tagging along with our students as they explore Coastal Sunbelt, the place where we get our fruits and vegetables. Let's see how big of an impact this has on our city school students. Will they want to eat healthier? I don't know. Let's find out. Now we're about to head into the refrigerator. It's about to get cold.
Favorite part probably was seeing like all the different sections of the produce, especially like how I would never expect like a place can get that cold.
He says it's 30, but it feels like -10.
Right now we're in the part of the warehouse where deliveries come from all around the country and they unload it here and take it in there so it can get processed. So it turns out a lot of the produce, they buy it before it's ripe so they could store it here in the refrigerator and have bundles of it.
We buy them green, hard as a rock and green. And what we do is we ripen them ourselves. And that way, if we buy a lot of green ones, we can kind of ripen some up a little faster and slow some of the ripening process down.
So after walking through that huge refrigerator, we're in a little warmer area. I'm guessing this is where we keep some of the dry storage and maybe other produce. So let's go check it out. I've never even seen carrots this big. Look at all these bright red, beautiful strawberries going right to our schools. How does it make you feel to know where your food is coming from rather than you just being a little skeptical about it?
I think I feel a little better because I know I'm eating from a place I think I can trust. Also, I feel grateful to the people who do work here because I think they handle the food that I'm gonna eat very well and very responsibly.
So after the tour, the kids came to this room to partake in some workshops having to deal with food marketing and food systems. Right now, they're working on advertising techniques to advertise the food in our city school's cafeteria.
So raise your hand if you have ever eaten school lunch.
I think more options are always good. Like the more you have, the more people that you'll get to eat the school lunch.
I think we market food in different ways, whether it's through commercials or getting certain celebrities to help you. Because if you see, oh, that celebrity I really likes it, then maybe I'll like it.
That you are connected to, pass the yarn to that person and say how you are connected to that part.
Every single part of the global food system that impacts our lives. And to see that if something happens to any one part of that system, all of us are affected.
And we would have to pass the yarn on to someone else and keep on passing it until everyone had it. And then they would show us like something bad would happen to one and would tug on it. We would have to tug on the yarn, and after everyone tugged, because everyone would tug because everyone was intertwined into each other.
The most upfront that we do actually see all the time, but we don't usually think about it as being part of the food system, right? We think of it as just commercials or just YouTube or whatever it is, but it's actually how food gets sold to us.
And there you have it, an epic adventure by our city school students that shows that we really do get fresh fruits and vegetables every day. I hope we all make an effort to eat healthier every single chance we get. This has been Bryce Taylor with the City School Student Media Team. Have a great day.
Did you know we get our produce from the same company who processes and packages for hotels, 5-star restaurants, and grocery stores?
Nope, this was all news to me. It's important to help educate students about where food comes from, how it is produced, and the benefits of a healthy diet.
Our students should be taking advantage of the free fruits and vegetables available in their school, breakfast and lunch.
I couldn't agree more. It's literally cool to see how it all comes together.
We're going to switch gears a bit and go back to summertime when the media team visited a couple net zero schools.
The schools are being built to be highly energy efficient insulated concrete form walls are one energy efficient feature.
Whoa, that sounds futuristic. Let's take a look.
Hey, I'm Bryce Taylor, and I'm here at Graceland O'Donnell Elementary Middle School, one of 2 net zero schools in our district. But I'm also at Hollabird Academy, the other net zero school in our district, and we're going to be checking out both. The first major aspect of the net zero schools are the extra thick walls. The concrete was formed using insulated forms, but will also allow piping to be embedded in the walls for additional energy saving. Ultimately, the walls keep heat and cold out, so the inside is easier to maintain proper temperature and efficiency.
Well, the foam is on the outside and the inside of the wall. So basically, you have a foam form, the inside and outside of the foam. And we poured concrete into the foam. And the concrete is actually the wall. What you see here, the foam, is the insulation on the wall. So on the outside of the insulation will be brick, and on the inside, the walls, it will be drywall. So it's just like your basic school wall, except instead of having a masonry wall, cinder block, we're using concrete, and the foam is already in place.
So that foam helps create what we call a more thermal resistance between the outside and the inside environment. With the foam and how thick those walls and everything else and all those components, that when it's a hot day in the summer, not as much of that heat is getting inside to the building during the day. Same thing at the winter when it's very cold outside, you won't need as much energy to heat or cool the building inside. How thick that insulation is, it's almost 2.5 inches of insulation here before we get to the concrete. So this is just kind of showing like that profile of how much, and that's on both sides of the wall.
Both schools will have solar panels that can change direction with the sun, which is pretty cool. But what is really cool is that students will have an outdoor learning area where they can see how solar panels work and even do experiments.
We also looked at went up to the solar lab. So this building is not just going to be a building, it's going to be a teaching tool for the school to use.
The solar panels usually have a 20-year lifespan, should be able to reduce the cost of utility costs for the school system.
So they'll have solar panels on it that students can do experiments with, so they can change angles and degrees and whatnot. So not only will the building have all the solar panels on it, but the students can do experiments with that. And also there'll be a green vegetative roof so they can see how a vegetative group impacts a building.
The schools will use geothermal energy to decrease energy consumption. Geothermal heating and cooling uses the thermal constant of the ground by pumping air and water into it, and in turn, that same air and water will be used in the building's heating and cooling system.
It helps keep the usage of everything down. I know all the concerns potentially about climate change, that the less energy used, the better it is for the planet.
Net zero is an effort done by Baltimore City in order to reduce the capital cost to maintain the school.
So make sure you stick with the City School Student Media Team as we continue to update you on the progress of these two schools. They'll be open by fall 2020. This has been Bryce Taylor with the City Schools Student Media Team. See you next time.
Those ICF walls are too cool. Two net zero energy buildings opening in fall 2020. This is great news for students and staff.
Yep. Net zero energy buildings produce as much energy as they use over the course of a year, which means saving money in electricity bills each year. Thanks to the Maryland Energy Administration for their help to make this happen.
So, guess who's back? Oh, come on, you know who. It's Imaru. He covered the Summer Arts Learning Program.
Wow. He was really working hard this summer covering stories, and this time it's Pimlico Elementary Middle School.
Hey, it's Jamara, and I'm here at Pimlico Elementary Middle School for the Summer Arts and Learning Academy. Students are growing their creativity through arts, math, and literacy. Let's go check it out.
So I'm a teaching artist. I do art integration. And through art integrations, pretty much, I ally either with a math teacher or English teacher who does literacy, and I use my art form to weave into the curriculum.
The musician on stage is going to ask you guys to sing along. They're going to ask you to join in, be a part of the show, sweat with us a little bit.
My favorite part of today was having the experience to perform in front of a whole bunch of people. I rap because it's amazing because we put all of our effort into it. I just loved our rap.
There's a particular theme that the teachers may pick out, and then we'll discuss that or have them write in their morning journals, and they get to select whatever arts major they want. So as you saw here, we had some drumming, we had a few music ones, dance, and they get to select their art major, and over the course of the 5 weeks, they were able to switch, so they were able to do 2 separate arts majors.
In this classroom, we did 5 times 5. It would be five movements, or 5 plus 2. 5. One person would do 5 movements, the other person would do 2, and it will all be 7 movements together.
I think it's important to have these programs because, if you're not in school, you still need to learn over the summer. My teacher helped me prepare for this by not quitting on us. So if we do something wrong, she's going to tell us to do it again and tell us what we did wrong.
I think they should come to this program because it's fun and they have good staff and teachers.
I feel like if you could find clever ways, to help you learn, the classroom instructions are always good, but when you don't get it, you have to find another way. And because the curriculum tells the teacher to do it this way, I'm the artist that offers an alternative.
Wow, those are some great performances. Students worked very hard to put on a great program for everyone and learned a lot along the way. This has been Amaru Barber for the City School Student Media Team. See you later.
What a powerful story. These students worked really hard to put on such a great performance.
And learn the importance of growing their creativity through art, integration, and math and literacy.
Jamara, do you know what time it is?
Of course I do. It's time for the question of the show.
Okay, so what school band did we capture performing at the Summer Artscape? Was it A, Pimlico Elementary Middle School, B, Patterson High School, C, Baltimore Polytechnic High School, or D, Baltimore City College High School? The correct answer is coming up right after these messages. Stay tuned.
You're watching Education Channel 77.
Welcome back. Now it's time for the answer to the question of the show. What school band did we capture performing at the Summer Artscape? Was it A, Pimlico Elementary Middle School, B, Patterson High School, C, Baltimore Polytechnical High School, or D, Baltimore City College High School?
The correct answer is C, Baltimore Polytechnic High School. Their band had a musical journey to Artscape, and students connected with the audience as they played their instruments.
Okay, now let's jump into our final story. This shall be interesting.
Yeah, survey says school lunch is disgusting. Ugh.
Are you sure about that? I think you're just following your friends. School lunch is actually not that bad. You just have to know how to spruce it up a bit.
I don't even know if that's possible, but let's check out the story.
Hey, what's up? I'm Bryce Taylor with the City Schools Student Media Team, and today we're conducting a little experiment. But first, tell me, what are your thoughts when you think about school lunch? Is it's not tasty? Low quality? It's downright not good? Well, the nature of this experiment is to rid school lunch of its bad reputation, and here's how we're gonna do it. So this is a normal chicken sandwich that we serve in every cafeteria in the system. This chicken sandwich is usually served with sauce and a side salad. Pretty standard, right? But this is a sandwich that I've chef Bryced up, you know what I'm saying? It's the exact same sandwich using the exact same ingredients you would get in your cafeteria. So we're gonna randomly select people to taste test and critique both, and they're gonna tell us which one they prefer, which one of these sandwiches will be the winner. Let's find out. My name is Bryce Taylor, and I work with the Food Nutrition Department. And we're making a little video to show to the people that are higher up, because we're working on a little partnership with an up-and-coming restaurant. So here are two sandwiches. This one you've probably seen before. That's your normal school lunch sandwich. But this one is a sandwich provided to us by Jim Sandwiches. It's the spicy chicken sandwich with chipotle mayo. Jim Sandwiches, they're pretty good. I'm telling you, they're hands down probably one of the best sandwich shops I've ever been to. That's how good they are. So I'm gonna have you try both sandwiches. First, I want you to try the school lunch sandwich and tell me how you feel about that. I want your honest opinion.
I feel like it's dry.
No.
I feel that. What does it taste like?
Great.
I want you to try the spicy chicken sandwich from Jim's Sandwiches.
This is cool for real.
You like it?
Mhm.
All right, tell me, how do you feel about the chicken?
It tastes good. It got flavor. I feel like the sauce gives it more flavor.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's give it about a 9.
About a 9? I feel that.
Really good.
The sauce gives me more
And the
flavor?
chicken is well cooked.
It's well cooked? Yeah. All right, that's what I like to hear.
Can I get another one of these?
So overall, you would say that the Jim Sandwiches sandwich is better,
Yes.
and this one, not so much.
No, I don't like that one.
You don't like it?
No.
How would you feel if I told you they're the same sandwich?
I would kind of feel special.
Well, they're the same sandwich.
For real?
These are the same sandwiches.
It's weird.
Bread is the same.
For real?
This one just doesn't have the sauce or the lettuce.
That's okay.
And when you usually get this, do you eat it with the side salad?
No.
You don't put the side salad on it?
Or no sauce.
No sauce? There you go. If you put the side salad and the sauce on the sandwich, it makes you want to eat it, right?
Yeah.
And presentation-wise, which one looks better? You want that one, right? Exactly. Which one would you rather eat if you see them on the line? This one? Now, if you start doing this with all the other meals and you take it and you divvy it up a little bit, will you start eating school lunch more often?
Oh, yeah. Call it the hookup.
All the hookup.
Probably so.
Because it's good, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you for participating today. See, they love the sandwich. All it needed was a little bit of a makeover, and we did exactly that using the ingredients that we were given. The idea is to push the initiative that if you don't like the food and its originality, either you bring something to spruce it up, or you create an entirely different meal using what you're given. So this sandwich right here, this isn't the moves anymore. This is what it's gonna be. I'm Bryce Taylor with the City Schools Student Media Team. See you next time.
Yo, Bryce tricked everybody. I just might have to try some of that special boom boom sauce.
Yeah, we need to do more of those experiments. That was funny. And a great way to end the episode as our students start to realize the food is not as bad as they make it seem.
Definitely, everyone can make a delicious lunch with the ingredients they're given. Well, unfortunately that brings us to the end of the premiere episode of Building a Generation.
Oh man, it can't be over already. It was just getting good. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for joining us and sharing the wonderful stories of our school community.
Be sure to watch Education Channel 77, and for more, head to vimeo.com/cityschools or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are everywhere. I'm Bassin, Sall.
And I'm Jamara Martin.
Thank you for building a generation. See ya!